to 109% and 26% this month alone. And it's several headlines. No one reason in particular. We know about it opening up its charging networks to Ford and GM, right? We also know about Tesla gearing up to produce more than 350,000 Cybertrucks a year. That was big news. And then the Tesla Model 3, all of the versions are now qualifying for the $7,500 tax credit that was passed as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. And also this, I don't know how much of a big deal this is, but the fact that Elon Musk recently named a new Twitter CEO means that he can now focus his efforts on his first baby, Tesla. And
with the recent rally in Tesla's stock price and numerous fascinating updates regarding the automaker, one may easily expect that its valuation will reach record-breaking levels. It is a known fact that Tesla is no ordinary car company, and this will very soon start to reflect in the company's financial outlook. Already, Tesla has proven that many bears are actually wrong, and it's now trading at a price far beyond what many had expected. If the stock price continues to rally, with Tesla's fundamentals staying strong, then maybe the automaker may find a way to get back into the top league, the $1 trillion club. No doubt Tesla has what it takes to eventually become a $1 trillion stock, and maybe at some point the stock could rejoin its counterparts. But what is the likelihood of this? Join us as we find the answers to this very question that affects Tesla as a company, making it worth considering for any long-term growth investor. You don't want to miss out on this one.
Shares of Tesla trading higher today, up about 3% at the moment, on track to extend a record run to another day in a row. Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian joins us with the story. Is this all about the charging network, Pras?
Some of it, yeah, a big part of it for sure. I mean, we're talking about a 13-session win streak here, longest on record. Stock up 40%, over 40% during that time. I mean, a huge run up in just 13 sessions, like I said. Stock up over 100% this year. So yeah, like you said, yes, big part of it, those charging deals. We saw that end of last week where GM and Tesla struck that deal for GM to use those networks, those plugs. They're going to have the Tesla plug in their cars starting 2025. Follows the deal from 2 weeks before with Ford. Was kind of surprised when Ford did it. Even more surprising that GM kind of followed in their footsteps, because at that point, they probably have the user sort of customer data showing that their customers do want that. But a big part of it, yeah, was that stuff. But also the general overall tech trade lately. A lot of optimism for the Fed rate pause, right? A bullish data this morning for the CPI. So that's all part and parcel to that big tech trade, the big momentum, high valuation, high growth tech stock.
While Tesla's valuation may not be up to $1 trillion currently, the automaker's growth days are definitely far from over. Even analysts estimate that the EPS is actually going to grow by an average of 28% annually over the next 7 years. Suppose Tesla grows earnings even at a 15% rate for the next decade. Well, Tesla's growth may be largely facilitated by its strong fundamentals. The demand for its cars will probably grow significantly in the coming years as EV adoption becomes the new normal in the auto industry. Revenue is also expected to grow significantly from superchargers, FSD, and robotaxi. Tesla's revenue will even be aided by the freshly launched Tesla Semi and the upcoming Cybertruck, so this may be conservative. Although there's currently no guarantee that Tesla will return to $1 trillion, there is a laid down path for that to be achieved. Hey guys, and welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. Only 5 companies, namely Apple, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Nvidia, have posted outsized gains in market cap this year so far. These companies are a part of the elusive club of firms touching that $1 trillion market valuation, with Nvidia being the latest company to briefly hit that milestone before giving up some gains. Collectively, these companies have raised their market cap by more than $2.9 trillion in 2023, contributing about 96% of the almost $3 trillion gains in the S&P 500's market value this year. Tesla was once part of this club, but as of January this year, it lost over half of this value. This came amidst an economic downturn and increasing competition in the electric vehicle sector, with analysts questioning whether or not Tesla could become a $1 trillion stock again in the future. There's no doubt that going back to $1 trillion could be a tough hurdle for Tesla to overcome, as the car company would need to see significant gains for this to be possible. However, with the right catalyst in place, this should not take too long to happen. What are the possibilities, though, that Tesla will reach $1 trillion again? Keep watching to find out. But before we get into it, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. In 2021, Tesla became the 6th company in the United States history to be worth $1 trillion, and also ranked number 5 in terms of most valued companies in the S&P 500. Shares of the automaker popped more than 12%, closing at about $1,025. This fantastic achievement was boosted by 2 spots of good news. First, Hertz announced a record order of 100,000 Teslas for its fleet. And also in second, influential Morgan Stanley auto analyst Adam Jonas raised his price target on Tesla to $1,200 a share. That hefty one-day gain really did do wonders for Tesla, and it put it just over the $1 trillion mark, and market capitalization was less than half that of Apple, the most valuable company in the world at the time, with a $2.5 trillion market valuation, and next to Microsoft too, with a $2.3 trillion valuation. While some analysts don't really seem all that optimistic that Tesla will return to that $1 trillion club anytime soon, others have continued to see things from the positive side. So what could really drive Tesla valuation up to $1 trillion again? Perhaps some major announcements of some sort, or a $1,000 stock price? Who really knows? Tesla is largely based on bringing the electric vehicle into the public, and they're doing this by introducing the Roadster as a potential buying option for buyers, with sufficient battery range, speed, and acceleration. Now the company has a full lineup of somewhat affordable EVs for consumers, causing most legacy automakers to start scrambling to catch up. Similarly, its superchargers could potentially bring more people to buy Tesla cars, especially since the automaker has opened up its fast charging network to other EV makers. According to RBC Capital Markets analyst Tom Narayan, more people buying EVs, whether they be GM or Ford, increases the likelihood that they buy Teslas. The analyst explained in a recent note that a rising tide lifts all boats, and if consumers see their neighbor having an EV, then they're more likely to buy one themselves, and this increases the chance that they buy a Tesla. Then there is AI. There is also a recent market frenzy for all things AI, and that has further fueled an already buoyant sentiment for technology, and Tesla, being an AI company, is set to benefit from this. Already, Tesla bull and CEO of ARK Investment Management, Cathie Wood, has described the company as the biggest AI play, which will help its stock price rise to about $2,000 in 2027. Without that AI push, Wood expects the stock will be worth only about $400 by the same time. Several other recent happenings have also proven that the sky is just the starting point for Tesla in terms of valuation. These recent updates are tiny steps that Tesla is required to take in order to put it back to its true valuation. For instance, not that long ago, all of Tesla's Model 3 sedans became eligible for the full US tax credit under new criteria set out by the US Treasury Department. Similarly, Musk's social media platform Twitter got a new chief executive officer, calming some investor angst about Elon Musk being too spread out amongst his other high-profile ventures. Based on long-term expectations, Tesla's still got plenty of opportunity for growth, and investors may need to wait several years if they hope to see a $1 trillion valuation unfold. These opportunities could put Tesla over that $1 trillion valuation well before the end of the decade, and if the numbers prove conservative, then Tesla's stock could regain $1 trillion status much faster. Do you think Tesla can reach a $1 trillion valuation? Let us know down below. And if you want to know more about what Tesla's been up to over the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.